Today I am going to wrap up the tiny home series that I named BIC. The last three videos being the build, inspections, and cost. Those followed the open house. Today I'm in a new location, as you can see. It's my home away from home, and this is a clam. I love it. I'm out of the wind right now. It's a beautiful day, but it's quite windy. So I thought between my microphone, finally a microphone, and getting out of the elements into the clam might do this video justice. This video is going to be all about the similarities and the differences between my last tiny home that was in Lyerly, Georgia, and my current tiny home in an unknown location. Hope you'll join me. I'm Linda, Serene and Simple Life. Thank you for being here today. And for those of you who have been watching the entire series, I hope you have gotten some good information about building your own tiny home or considerations as you move forward with your hopes and plans and dreams. Yes, I am on to my second tiny home. Really three. My Toyota Highlander SUV I consider a home also, and that is quite tiny. What is that all of about? 20 square feet? I don't know. But it has been an enjoyable process of seeing both of my tiny homes being built. And today we're going to get into the similarities between the two and the differences. And basically, it was just upgrades, things that I wanted to do in my second tiny home that I didn't do in my first, and everything in between. So with no further ado, let's get started on the similarities. As you can see, I have notes. They're propped up here, so I'll be looking off to the side. I do try to look into the camera and not at myself. Similarities. I've got 5 between Stepping Stone Retreat, that was the last tiny home, and the tiny home that I'm in now, Cozy Nest Cottage. Do you guys like the name? And which tiny home do you like better? Put in the comments. Because now you've seen them both. You saw the open house, right? A few weeks ago. And if you're not, please subscribe, click the bell for updates. Give this one a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, guys. I keep saying it. I would love to see this channel grow, not just for myself, but for other people. I feel like I have some good sense on occasion, and I have some expertise in certain areas. A couple of them being travel, work, play, live life large. And you can help other people. You can be the catalyst for change in other people's lives. All right, 5 similarities between the two. Number 1 is the 50-year metal roof. Exact same roof. Different color, same roof. Number 2 is the 40-year lap siding. It is LP lap siding. You can look that up. It's a board. It's a wood. I guess it'll need painted again in 5 to 10 years. That's just too far ahead for me to plan about right now. Number 3 is the tongue and groove ceiling. The ceiling is the same. The boards are a little narrower in Cozy Nest Cottage. I think they were 6 or 7 inch boards in Stepping Stone Retreat, and now they were smaller board. They're smaller boards in my new tiny home. But still tongue and groove, same exact kind of wood. The butcher block L-shaped countertop. Butcher block. And number 5 is the 36-inch shower. Those are the similarities. Woohoo! Now for differences. The biggest difference is my last tiny home was on a lease lot. Oh my gosh, did I get some slack? Not a lot, but enough to get under my skin. Can't believe you just built that tiny home and you're leaving already. That was one of those issues that you've had to be following me for quite some time. Or not to make a comment like that, because all along I wanted to buy land. I went out on this nomad journey in 2018 knowing that eventually I would like to have a landing zone and I would like to own my own land. Never did I say I wanted to lease permanently. So, as God would have it, I have been blessed with owning land on this tiny home now. And to me, I was there for a good season on the lease lot. I'm just saying. I was there, I don't know, a year and a half. And that was plenty of time. I love change. I embrace change. I find people make comments when they don't like change. If that's you, you know who you are. When other people are making change and living their life the way they want to live it, and people don't seem to understand, then I get the comments. You know, it is what it is. And then the other thing, the biggest difference was the last tiny home was on a trailer, and this one is on a slab foundation. And I did an entire build series on both. And so you can find those in the playlist. Gosh, there was like 13 videos in this build, and I think 18 in the last, or vice versa. I can't remember. But anyways, those were the biggest differences. And I guess we'll start off now. There's 10 differences that I came up with. And this is also one of the biggest differences, is the size. Last one, 12 by 28. This one, a 20 by 20. Alrighty. And with that, the porch was a 6 by 12 in the last one, and it's a 6 by 20 in this one. So I've got a longer porch, which I really like because it's kind of like sections. There's a section where you can sit on the rocker, you can turn the rocker around, and now you've got room where 3 or 4 people can be talking together at the same time, or you can just be enjoying a peaceful rocking and enjoying nature. Sorry for the background. They are doing a lot of mowing here. I hope that doesn't interfere with our video show here. All right, number 2 is the front door. The last one was called a 9 light, meaning it was a section with window at the top. And I never did get a window covering for it. I looked for a magnetic or something, a rod that would hold on to that metal door, and I couldn't find anything. So the way I was positioned, it was still privacy anyways, so it was okay. And this time I have a solid metal door. Last time I didn't choose the color. It was a gold color on the outside. This time I chose the color, which is thermal spring. Number 2, I guess, was the front door, yeah, or the porch, however you want to look at that. But we're on to number 3. The windows. Last one, 3 by 4s. That was their standard window. In this home now that I'm in, 3 by 5s was their standard. They would have had to order the 3 by 4s. And if you remember the last video, they had a hard time getting all of the windows. The last one didn't come in till later. And so, I don't know, maybe in that size of a home, they just don't do 3 by 5s. I thought 3 by 5s were going to be too big. They're not at all. I just love them. They were evenly spaced, pretty evenly in the last one. In this one, I've got corner windows, Some of you made comments. Why does she have her door off center? I love it. I designed it like that so that I could have the two corners on each side. And you have to appreciate it by coming into the open house if you haven't already. Yeah, you've got to know the whole picture, right? Sometimes we got to know the whole picture before we make comments about anything in life. Number 4 is the kitchen window. Last time, 2x2s. This time, it's a 3x3 window. It was a really small window in the last one, and that was a last minute change, which I was very excited. They had actually a window in their storeroom or whatever, and they were able to give me a window in the last tiny home. I wasn't even going to have a window in the kitchen. I love it. Number 5, the floor was vinyl before, and now it's a hybrid. And some of these things, you know these things, guys, because I mentioned them in the open house, but I don't know. It's a good recap, right? And you can take notes for what you might like in your list of pros and cons, and your must-haves, and your think about, or you definitely don't want now, based on these 2 different homes. I hope that's what you're going to get out of this. I'm sorry for the dark here. It just it is what it is here. I don't know, the lighting just doesn't seem that great, but at least we got a microphone on, right? Okay, where are we? Number 6 is the walls. It was tongue and groove pine throughout in Stepping Stone Retreat, and now it is shiplap walls in Cozy Nest Cottage. Number 7 is the closet. Last time it was a walk-in closet. I believe it was 3 wide and about 9 long. I don't know for a fact. I didn't go back to my videos to confirm that. And now I have a 6 wide by about 3 deep. Both of them have a tankless hot water heater in them. So I guess that was a similarity to the exact same brand, the EcoSmart brand. Love it. Number 8, the closet had a pocket door in the last one. And in this one, I have a bifold door that I painted. Number 9, plantation blinds in the last one. They were like the 2-inch slats. In this one, they're just the inexpensive mini blinds. And I showed that in the open house where they, push up nicely. I used the wrong word. They don't push down. They like kind of pull down real easily. There's no cords. And I like them. For now, it's what I could afford, and that would be an easy upgrade, or to make the windows look different someday, do something different with the window treatments. But for now, window treatments can get very expensive, so I chose the mini blinds as my bank account shrunk as I was putting together this tiny home. All right, and number 10, there was a Lazy Susan and in the last one. And now I have a corner cabinet. And something I forgot to show you in the open house was the cabinet underneath where the L shape like comes together. There's a cabinet there. And then he cut like the side of the door of the drawer, so that when I pull out the drawer from underneath the counter, the drawer comes open to the, it pulls towards me, and that whole area is open. So I have dishcloths and pot holders and things in there. So it's an accessible drawer. I forgot to show you. And I have a corner cabinet now. And I don't know, the cabinets seem to flow better this time around. Only thing is I'm looking at the differences now. I did like a walk-in closet, like always. That's a cool place to put a vacuum. It's a cool place to store stuff in the back that you don't normally use. Of course, I have a shed now and hope to get a bigger shed. I'll have 2 sheds. I don't know, one could be a little tiny house someday. I could move into the tiny house and someone else could move into the bigger home. You just never know about this girl here, this gypsy soul. I I like the tongue and groove throughout in the other home, but I really like the shiplap too. So, and I like it painted. That's another thing. Someday I can change the color of the paint. Whereas in the tongue and groove, you're really not supposed to paint that. I know the new owner painted hers and did like a whitewash. I've not seen it, so I don't know how it turned out for her. But I was told not to paint it, and I passed that on to her too, unless you really sand it, and know what you're doing. So I love the floor that I have now. I do like vinyl over laminate. They say that vinyl has come a long, long way. So if you don't know that already, I'm telling you. I did my research and I talked to people in the store that work with it day in and day out, and they said vinyl has come a long, long ways. It used to be laminate, but now it's vinyl. I like the size of windows in both. I do like the 3x3 window now that I have the space, a little bit, bigger space. Let's see, I like the solid metal door because now that I have the porch and the porch screen door, I can open up my front door. And in the last tiny home, I just had that magnetic screen with a rod that hanged at the top and it hung down. And I think I have a couple videos where before I got the screen door. I love the screened in porch. I had a screened in porch at the last one. Let's see, what else? I like a 20x20. There's just something about a square. I can't tell you what it is. I like having the extra room now, but I was quite content in the last tiny home without the spare room. I just know that it adds value to the house now by having that extra, what I call a 3-in-1 room. The blinds, I like plantation blinds. I like the mini blinds now. I guess that's about it. I love butcher block. I considered getting something besides butcher block, but because it's just me, there's just something cozy and quaint about butcher block. I can't tell you what it is. I like the metal roof. I did look into getting like a metal roof that looks like shingles. Oh my gosh, that's a new up and coming product and it is expensive. If I would have been able, if money were no object, I would have gotten a metal roof that looked like shingles. Check it out if you can. I love the 13-foot walls, or the 10-foot walls, 13 being the highest. I didn't have the long higher walls in the other one, so that's definitely brings the outside in when you have higher walls. I didn't realize how much I would love those. All right, guys, just to wrap it up now, I did a little thing about the outside. I now have floodlights. I have a Ring camera in the back, and it is working. Yep, I get notifications if there's anybody around. And I also have a voice where I can let them know that the sheriff's on his way. Just saying. And I like the doorbell cam. Oh my gosh, I had a package delivered the other day and I panicked. So thank you, whoever you were. I'm not home now, but they sent me a crock pot. Thank you so very much. I am going to so enjoy that. I haven't had a crock pot in forever. I sold it probably, I don't know how long it's been now. If I had it in California with my daughter or if I sold it when I left Pennsylvania, I can't remember. But thank you, whoever you are. It was anonymous. Thank you, thank you. If you email me, linda@sayitdisplayit.com, I can access my email now on my laptop. I had a situation and it's fixed, but I can't access it on the phone yet. So if there's a delay, I've got to get plugged into Wi-Fi in order to get that fixed so that I can access my emails. But you can email me, or you can put in the comments, hey Linda, here's my email, would you email me if if you have questions or anything like that. I don't know if I'll email you. I'll just give you I'll just tell you to do linda@sayitdisplayit.com. All right, that was kind of a mishmash there. So that's what's outside, floodlights on each corner, and I will in the fall, once I get my landscaping done. If that happens this fall, I'll definitely do a video on that. And furnishings. I had an 1100 watt microwave in the last one. I now have a 1000 watt, and that was because of price that I went with the 1100, but I wouldn't do that again. I had a white fridge in the last one, and that was just for quaintness. I grew up with a white refrigerator, and that's what I wanted. But I do like my stainless steel refrigerator now. I like that upgrade. I mean, people made comments, you should have gotten a stainless steel. I didn't want a stainless steel, but I'm glad I had the white one when I did. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's it. This time I got to, choose my fixtures, like the ceiling fans. Last time I didn't get to choose the color of the door or the ceiling fans. It was all part of their package. So this time, being my own contractor, which was a big difference, versus the last one was I could modify, like the walk-in closet that I told them I wanted, and that I wanted a loft rather than a bedroom. That was the first time they ever did a floor plan like the one I had. So they were able to modify, but the fix I picked out the refrigerator. I picked out the sink. Oh, that's another thing. My sink was smaller in the last one, and this one it's a little bigger. So it fits like a, it'll fit a crock pot or it'll fit a Dutch oven, where the last one was a little on the small side. I think that about wraps it up, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this big series. You can always go back to the playlist. You can find out about the step-by-step build. I recommend that you have a notebook and take notes as you're listening, so that you don't miss a step along the way. I'm telling you, a couple times God really interceded. Otherwise, I would have messed up. Even though there's so much information on, the internet, you can still mess up your steps, especially the plumbing and the electric, if you don't ask a lot of questions and keep up with it. And then it came to inspections, where I had a massive amount of inspections, and the very last one was quite a surprise. So you have to watch that. And then the cost. I gave you a general cost. Although where you live, time of year, cost of materials, the materials that you choose. If you're going to choose marble floors, they're going to cost a whole heck of a lot more than my floors. Anyways, it was packed full, those videos, and I really enjoyed doing them, and I enjoyed sharing with you. So more to come here at the campground this summer. I'm going to do a couple of the campground tours. I already talked to Donna. They've got cabins here now, and I'd like to do a tour of the cabins. I am going to give you an update with Debbie. Yes, Debbie has some new ideas, plans on the horizon. She's the lady that has 2 homes, one in Arizona and one in Michigan. So that'll be on its way. I may meet a couple people here that I'll do a tour of their site here. I don't know at this juncture. I haven't met anybody yet that I want to do a tour or ask them, but that might come if they have a fun story. And I know, just like this, the summer will be over. I will be back at my tiny home, cottage, living in the moment, enjoying every day, because we never, ever, ever know when this just might be our last day here on Earth. The way things are going, any day we could be with Him if we choose Him. I love you guys. I hope you make good decisions. Do your research, that you learn something new every day. Blessings in your day, and joy in your journey, however that looks for you. I love you guys. Well, oopsies. I want to start incorporating. Someone said I should start doing this again. The Say It, Display It daily inspiration box where we play pick one. It'll be your message for the day. I just lost the little thing that goes up top here. SayItDisplayIt.com. Let's play pick one, and we will put it on the display stand and focus on it all day. Dun, da, da, the drum roll. Aha. God is my strength when I can go no further. Indeed. Comes with a display stand, guys. This is a very inexpensive, like $25 for a collection, a stand, and the box. You play pick one. You can hang the stand on the outside. Woo! Let's play another pick one so it's not falling off. Alrighty. Aha, I love it. Lower your expectations and you will lower your disappointments. And that is Lake Crescent, Washington. That is from the Serene and Simple Life collection. You close your box and you display this on a nightstand, on your desk, countertop, wherever. Something you can focus on day in and day out until you play pick one and put another one on the stand. Later.